So which bank?
Grand Imperial. Where North Park meets downtown.
Yeah, been there. A while back.
Yeah,
Well,
crazy.
the security don't look tight. Easy getaway. Tellers who don't look like they put up a fight. Can't do it alone.
Maybe. I'm not moving black tar for the Don. Especially if he's not cutting us in. And... I don't know. I just never want to be in that street again.
What street?
On my knees. Watching some poor skirt burn. Just because she got in our way.
It was the wrong place and the wrong time. Just tough luck.
Seems there ain't no other kind with us.
I'm telling you, Tom. This is perfect. I wouldn't ask you to come in on this if I didn't.
The only
think it was
problem is
our ticket.
I'd change
We'll see.
banks and other
I'm
locations
not
because
signing up
Sam
for the job
knows.
Until I see what's what. If I get pinched, Sarah's done with me.
Hell, I'm surprised Sarah goes along with the shit that goes on with Tommy and with the whole, like, he's trying to turn the Don and everybody in just to be relocated and stuff. I'm surprised Sarah's fine with it.
You got a family to look after. I get
Like, I kind of wish they'd show her
Think about
reaction
what
to the
this
whole
could mean
thing.
for them.
Watch it, buddy. You're treading into enemy territory without a map.
Yeah. I don't know what it's like for you going home to your wife and kid. But that's why I'm doing this. Who's gonna marry me? Nearly 40 years old and nothing to show for it but my rap sheet.
Well,
We
let me
do
hear some of
this,
them raps.
I get enough scratch to finally get out? Who knows?
You're not built for the domestic life, Polly. 6 months in, you'll put a bullet in your brain out of boredom.
Christ. I'm ready to punch my ticket right now.
Jesus.
We sit around for 6 months, just playing cards and busting balls, and I start to get lazy. Then everything blows up, and I gotta knock the rust off or I'm dead. One day I'm fighting to stay awake while the Don's telling us a story about the old days. One I've already heard 100 times, and the next day I'm getting shot at, trying to keep from shitting my pants. It's fucking wearing me out, Tommy.
Poor Paulie.
So you're looking for the big one, though.
I know it's a snipe hunt. Every little mobster goes to bed dreaming about that last big score. But if we do this thing, I don't know. Might be just enough to get me a little pizzeria or something, you know?
I don't know about that, but yeah, sure.
But if we're doing this, we're waiting until things calm down.
You're already hooked, pal.
Maybe.
Because this whole, like, we got, like, 2 parts left. That will be the end. Actually thought we had longer. I kind of forgot how quickly things move along.
Plan stays the same.
Right. I take care of the crowd. You handle the manager. Threats don't work. Do what you gotta do. Keeps the vault keys on him.
Say a teller sounds the alarm. How long do we get?
5 minutes. Maybe more. Before the cops show.
What if it all goes to hell?
I'm not fucking around, Tom. You hear gunshots down at the vault? Don't come up. It's the money or nothing at all.
We just skipping the whole go see Yellow Pete and everything for weapons, I guess.
You doing this?
We're doing this.
You know, at least we're just getting to the point. I appreciate that. Look at that ass. What? Hey, at least they actually wore a mask. Now we're playing Red Dead Redemption.
Get the fuck down! Not you, ladies. Stay where we can see your pretty faces.
Anybody moves, I'll pop them. Get the manager. I need you all to stay on the ground. I see movement, people start getting shot.
All right. The fucking poly. Oh.
We all want everyone to get to go home and hug their kids
Down.
tonight, right? No, you
Stay
don't.
down.
Not today. No kidding around. You saw that?
With me. Down to the vault.
I'll do whatever you say. No one needs to get hurt.
Yes. Get down
Make
to
you
the
feel
vault.
big? Beating on a little guy?
It's making me feel rich, and the little guy gets to walk away if he doesn't do anything stupid. How many guards at the vault?
One.
You gonna shoot?
Now I gotta
don't
know what Polly's
If
doing.
I see a gun, he gets a bullet. So you tell him to stand down. It's all on you.
People die because of you. If you try to play a hero, they're dead. I doubt there's just one guy down here with a gun.
Everything okay?
Manager here is being good and cooperative. We're all doing what we're told, aren't we, buddy? Keep moving.
You won't get away with this. Your sword never do.
You
just
I'm
worry about
watching
yourself. You want to see your daughter graduate from high school. You keep your hands where I can see them and tell your guard to do the same.
Not like I'm taking your money. I'm taking everyone's money.
Remember, when we get to your guard, you tell him to drop his gun. You got that?
I don't think he's got it. He didn't give me an agreement. Any sort of confirmation.
Listen to me very carefully. I need you to put down your... Sick 'em, boys! Shoot him!
Good one, you really got me. It's not like I had the gun raised the whole fucking time, jackass. What a surprise! Your plan didn't work.
Vault key's on the table. No one else has to die. I don't have to die.
You know. I didn't like the cut of his jib. Motherfucker tried to do that shit. Look at all that money. Let's take like $30 and then leave.
Quick and moan it. Damn it.
The problem is that Salieri owns the town since Morello's gone. If Morello was still around, I feel like us attacking a bank and it was on his turf or his bank would be more beneficial. But now I feel like we're just taking money. No, I feel like Salieri might actually own this part of the land, but who fucking knows? I need more medicine in the vault. Oh my god, they hurt. He didn't budge. Oh, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm not in great health right now. Okay. I'm behind there. Don't know. Jesus. Ow. Everything is a pain. Like a very familiar voice. Don't remember who.
How about we finish this? Got me. Whoop. Oh, shit.
Alright, well that was a mess.
Let's go, Tommy.
Grabbing ammo. Just getting ammo, best buddy.
Kill on sight. Got more cars.
Not surprised.
Get everyone from the station. Everyone. Get
No
them
good,
down.
Tom.
Don't
There's
let
too
them
many.
escape.
We gotta get out through the back. Fuck, shit. Not this way.
Officers report suspect found. Get on him, please.
Get the car. Just take the car. Let's go. Paulie, get in the car. Paulie, stop sightseeing. Get in the car. Paulie, stop sightseeing. Get in the car. Why are you taking your sweet time?
Where? Anywhere, just lose the cops. I got some extra muscle coming in.
I've got it.
Oh, they got a new guy coming.
You always yell that. I don't quite grasp the concept of what you mean.
Yeah, the suspect's been lost downtown. We'll find him.
Please go the other way, cop cars. Please. You wouldn't think to come down this way.
All cars, pursuit is called off.
Where now?
Search and return
The
to
Palermo Club.
Sam's Club.
Hey, it's empty right now. What he don't know can't hurt him.
Extra, extra! News from overseas! Hitler on the march!
Whoa. Didn't expect to have to hear that right now. News from overseas. Hitler's on the march. It's like, oh, okay. Kind of just finished robbing a bank. Wasn't really ready to hear about Hitler. Jeez. I mean, it's around that period, I guess, but still. I wasn't prepared. Sorry. I was daydreaming about a banana. Oh. I have no excuse. I'm just dumb and bad at driving.
We're almost there, Tom. We've almost done it.
It's still almost, Paulie. We'll only have done it once my heart stops trying to beat outside my chest.
It'd be funny if a cop like yells at me and just wants to give me a ticket. It's a 1 star. Get out, mask and all. Just like, yeah, give me a ticket. We robbed the bank. We're rich. We could retire. Maybe invest in a football league or something. I don't know.
We did it!
Jesus.
I can't believe we fucking did it! We're loaded! We're loaded!
Yeah?
For all time's sake.
Sure.
Jeez, Paulie.
We gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Unless I'm halfway to Hawaii. Oh, come on. I'm kidding.
Just leave, Paulie. Just
I couldn't
leave.
have done this without you. I know that. Go home, celebrate with Sarah. Come by my place in the morning. We'll split up the dough.
Yeah, okay. Good luck.
See you around, pal.
Paulie. Paulie, no. You should have just went to Hawaii. Oh, the finale.
Well, look at this. Christ has finally risen. I was getting ready to call the coroner.
Sorry. Had a bit of trouble falling asleep is all.
Me too, thanks to you tossing and turning all night.
Well, I had itches on my groin.
Okay, what'd you do?
We're just feeling lucky is all.
Oh, and you want to
Got
get
that
into
right, champ.
hoping to score another child.
But I've been thinking.
Oh yeah? I'll call the papers.
Give me a hard
I've been
time.
thinking about taking you and a kid out to the shore.
You serious? Ain't you working?
Polly and me, we've come into some money.
Huh. One of his cracked angles finally pay off?
Yeah, something like that. Pack a few bags. I'll swing by after I go around to Polly's.
What ain't you telling me, Tommy?
A lot of things.
Nothing.
Sure, you and Polly are suddenly flush and now you want to leave town for a few days? That don't square.
He's too smart.
What's the point of making a buck if we can't spend it?
That ain't it. You're moving, even when you're standing still. Yeah, you're nervous about something. Probably you don't even know why yet.
Well, that must be it.
You better figure it out before you get to Polly's, just in case it's him that got you all wound up.
Polly's all right. Don't worry about it.
Well, I guess I'll see you soon.
Off we go. Glad we got this nice car. This isn't my sperm. Fucking burn out as I leave the home.
Police say they still have no solid leads in the case of the audacious bank robbery that recently shocked the city. The victors of the Battle of the Grand Imperial, as it's become known, remain at large. The robbery, in which armed thugs emptied the vault and left a trail of dead, was one of the largest recorded in the state by dollar amount.
Oh boy.
The raid was executed with a high degree of violence, and although successful, did not seem to be the work of professional bank robbers. That is according to a source within the FBI who has spoken to a Courier journalist on the condition of anonymity. At the time of the robbery, the chief of police was adamant that those responsible would be brought to justice swiftly, and that all the resources of the Lost Heaven Police Department were available to the case's lead investigator. However, despite conducting numerous interviews and fielding calls from the public, an actionable lead has yet to be forthcoming. The chief of police has stated that those with any information about the robbery or the perpetrators can anonymously contact their local police station. As time passes, the greater the pressure on the chief to achieve results. If he's unable to secure justice for those slain that day, and due to the violence meted out, it must only be a matter of time before the G-men take over. Thank you for listening. Now we take you back to some of the latest musical numbers.
Yeah. Wonder who could have sat there and robbed the bank. That's fucked up. Ugh. Who would do such a thing? Look at this fucking car, or bus, or whatever.
Is he drunk?
Is he drunk? I would never rob a bank. Hashtag break your prostate. It's always the prostate. It's never gonna stay intact. It's always broken. What they slip in at the end of the radio station. Well, back to your tunes. Hashtag break your prostate. What's the hashtag? Coming soon. General merchandise. Too bad I didn't come here in style. My door's all fucked up.
This neighborhood's going to the dogs.
What happened to you?
Oh boy.
I've been working nights. Guy in the apartment above me was raising hell. Again.
Oh no. Oh boy. Ah, jeez.
Polly!
No.
Ah, Jesus.
No, they broke his prostate. Dear God, not Paulie's prostate.
Polly. Polly. Oh, God.
I guess you do need a large sum of cash to get out of the States and and start up a new life, because it's like, man, you'd think working with the Don and everything, you would have had at least some decent money. But I guess when you want to get out of the game of everything, you need a lot. But even then, that won't protect you. State resident.
Paulie. Sam. It's me. It's Tom.
Where's Paulie?
He's dead. I'm looking at him slumped over in a hallway, torn a fucking skull.
Oh, God. I was calling to warn him.
Bullshit.
What?
Jesus Christ. I owe you fellas my life 3 times over.
Warn him about what, Sam?
Salieri. He found out about the bank job.
Wonder who else could have figured that out.
You're in deep shit, Tom. You gotta disappear.
Okay. Okay. I just need some cash to get me and the girls out of town. Can you swing that?
Sure. Anything, pal. You want me to come to Polly's?
No. No, I can't stay here. Meet me at the city gallery.
Yeah, okay. Keep your head down, Tom.
See you soon. And, thanks, Sam.
I always pay my debts, Tom. You know that.
I don't know shit. I don't even know you anymore. How do you know I was involved? You know it was Paulie's idea. Just because they said two, Paulie could have hired some crappy henchmen.
I'm gonna call the cops. Something ain't right.
Someone said it could have been gunshots.
Well, it was.
She asked me if she was my favorite. I said, of course, but not to tell her mother.
Okay.
A brief report now on the latest political developments in Europe.
Poor Paulie.
Adolf Hitler has shown Europe that he is now calling the shots.
Oh boy.
Neither France nor Great Britain have done much to stand in Hitler's way up to this point. It had been hoped that the policy of appeasement toward his territorial ambitions would create a more prolonged peace in Europe, but it seems increasingly likely that this course of action will result in new conflict. Should Europe once again descend into the chaos of war, what stance should the United States take? Many would still say European problems are European problems.
Yeah.
The deteriorating situation and the worrying possible outcomes for the world now seem difficult for us to ignore. Isolate.
You know, Paulie's dead. I'm about to have to deal with some shit. I really don't think I need to be listening about what Hitler's doing right now. I got a lot of other things going on, man. I gotta get my family out of here. Hitler, I mean, Sam? You here?
Don't move, Tommy.
Shit.
I'm here too. Who are you?
Hey, Tom.
Brute number 2.
Sam. What the hell's going on?
You and Polly.
Oh, we were prostate
Put me in a
bros.
bad spot.
I know, Sam, and I'm sorry about that, but I need to get out of town. Can you help me or not?
There you go again. Making me choose between my friends and the family. This is what you were looking for, Polly's. Here's your cut. It's more than you deserve.
Oh shit, with what I do.
You killed him. You killed Paulie.
No. Paulie got himself killed.
And you seem real tore up about it.
I'm just in a good mood. Things are right between me and the Don. I'm moving up. And I just found this big bag of money. The Don knows about Frank, Tom. The whore, too.
That whore.
But you paid me not to kill her.
You were sweet on.
You're the one that let her live.
You're the one who paid me and told me not to. Granted, I should be listening to the Don only, but still.
But our business has rules. Shame, too. Don Salieri really liked you. Guess we'll both have a good cry at your funeral.
You think you're doing this because you're loyal. But you're not. You're just scared.
Maybe. But you'd have lived a lot longer if you'd have just looked over your shoulder from time to time. Goodbye. Don't let him suffer, boys. He's my buddy.
Gonna break his prostate. Thank God they suck just like me.
Moving to cover. Over here. Come on, get him. Get down there. Say goodnight, Pop.
And they also made it where, like, Tommy wanting to break away from Salieri made a little more sense. Like, in the original, he didn't like the fact that Salieri was hiding stuff from him not getting a cut. But in this one, he doesn't like the idea of Salieri turning to drugs, because instead of diamonds, those cigars had drugs, so he wanted to get out of it. But at least in that one, he doesn't want to be doing drugs and starting to go down the path Morello did. But at least
Business is business, Tom. I know that you, out of all of them, know that.
Damn it, Sam, we're gonna do this dance.
Your friends have to die to go, Tom. No one but you. Put him to sleep.
Oh, Mr. Talks back at the bar.
We had talks at the bar.
Self-righteous fuck. When you fuck with the boss, you fuck with us all.
You're a good guy, Tom. A real good guy. It's a shame.
Am I really gonna have to hear everyone just be sad about doing this to me when they're not that sad? Oh my God, he won't go down. He's a monster. I need medicine. Red Warrior needs food badly. Tommy Angelo needs food badly. Please. Oh, well, that worked.
Take your bones, boys. We can make it. Sorry, Tom. You do the same.
I only did it because I needed money, I guess.
Gonna die, Cabby.
And there was a mixture of, like, emotions. People really are sad about doing this, and others are just really aggressive and calling me a cheating fuck or something.
Right here.
I kind of wish, like, it's, you know, we know it's between Sam and Tommy, but I kind of wish that, like, him and Salieri could have had, like, one more talk before it all, like, went down, before Salieri just leaves, or who knows, whatever the hell else happens, whatever they felt like writing it.
Now you're done.
But there would be no reason for Salieri to be getting his hands dirty with us. Oh, a couple Molotovs. Crazy how easier this is compared to the original with the, you know, a more updated shooting mechanic.
Gonna feed you to the dogs. Over here.
Is that a kid? Is that like a teenager yelling at me? Who's pre-Molotoving?
He's right on me. Throw some flames. Warming him up.
Looks like you dropped something. I'm sorry, I shot a Tommy gun at you, but you just pistoled me through the recoil, like through the fucking damage to my skull. That's the end of Tommy. Holy shit. Also, how does Sam have so many thugs? I mean, I guess he's doing well for himself, and Salieri probably was like, yeah, we need all the men to make sure Tommy's dead, but like, holy cow. There's a lot of people on his side for this. You would think you'd have a few guys in here and then, like, more outside. That or Salieri really doesn't believe in Sam's skill to do this. Hey man, I don't have those Molotovs. What the fuck? You're telling me you killed me and you take away my mollies? Thank God, completely. You fucking dick. Give me those. Can't even see in there. Oh, there goes that Molotov again. I think there was someone over there, is there not? Yep.
Got a firebomb.
Fuck this. You know, at least I can't fuck up what I read and when I played Silent Hill. Can't accidentally say child exploration in this. Jesus, I couldn't get over that. I can't fucking read. When I said that, I was like, I read it and I was like, that isn't the word. I fucked up. And it does not help that saying something like that while the channel meme of the time right now is a breaking of prostates. It's just not a good combo. These are things that should never be put together.
And take what's coming for you. Save me some time. Taking cover. Hey, there. Together.
Oh, Jesus. Man, one man single-handedly taking down all of, like, Salieri's fucking goons. So, one of my only, like, big gripes with this game is I don't like that the shotgun doesn't sound meaty. This sounds almost like a pistol. Like that Lepara shotgun. I wish it sounded a little beefier.
If you still had respect for the Don, you'd swallow this thing.
There was a bomb there. I heard the ticking a little too late. Sarah. I heard tick tick and I was like, there's a bomb to my right, isn't there?
You still had respect for the Don, you'd swallow this down. Cats!
Fuck you, Sam!
I know you do the same, Tom. Hell, I know you've done the same. This is getting serious, boys. Take him out.
If I somehow ever be, like, if I, some other lifetime, if I was ever a Don, I wish I could have just, like, dressed up as the Burger King mascot and be like, you're gonna have to respect me. Oh, sweet, they modeled it to size. It's exactly my size. All it's missing is if it was a fat guy. Anyway, now that I looked at a statue... Ah, Sam, this is a familiar sight. I feel like I've done this before.
Salieri was ripping us off!
You are, baby. Me? I play these things smart.
And he was messing with drugs.
He's right on me. Let me at him. You are an insult.
Got you. We just have the time to do this real quick. Oh, he's ready for the prostate breakage. Sam! I'm coming for you. Got him. Got a few shots. Oh shit, he's sideways shooting me.
Lucky shot, Tom. But the thing about drug money is it pays for a lot of muscle. Put him down, boys.
How many more boys do you have? Never mind. How many more goons do you have?
Hey.
Yeah, it's way better than how things played out in the original. Like, the original for its time was really good. It's just, oh my god, with the shooting mechanics of the first, of the original.
Get this guy off me.
I do like that they all are carrying the Lupara, which is a tradition thing to do. Take me out. But the old mechanics made it so difficult to fight Sam. Because he was like lock on through walls. You couldn't take cover, so it was really difficult. And your time's running out. You're losing a lot of blood.
Tired of this life, Tom. I know that. Seen it growing you for years. Now, there's only one way out. And I'm the guy that gets to give it to you.
Oh, well, I'm... No,
However
fuck you.
far you run, Salieri will find you.
I may have bullshitted him on that one. Because I was still looking at a wall. But that's payback for the original, you motherfucker, and your seeing through wall bullshit.
You kill me now in the dawn. She's never gonna stop looking for you. But you let me live. I'll tell Salieri you're dead. You can disappear. Just like Frank. Only you'll be smart enough to stay gone. Right?
What happened to him?
He was hiding out in Europe. But the dumb bastard. He started betting at the dog track. Got spotted by a friend of the family. So Salieri, he sent out a crew.
And his family?
Ah, poor family.
Christ.
Yeah, the game still looks great, and I'm on low settings.
You can't do it, can you? Always that little voice in the back of your head. Maybe sounds like your baby girl. Or Sarah. Always telling you not to pull that trigger. And you can't make up your mind.
It's getting easier every time you open your fucking mouth.
We sure had some laughs, right? Remember that time? Me, you, and Polly.
You pushed the Polly button. Shouldn't have done that. Also, that was your gun. You can have it back. I don't want your blood money.
I sympathize with the situation, Tom, and I want to help your family, but I can't do anything unless you're willing to testify.
I like how we've been here for so
You
long.
understand that, right? You'll
Like
have to
this,
sit in that
it
box,
feels like
stare
in
down
this place,
Salieri,
eating different meals,
Ralphie,
drinking.
Vinny, maybe even Sarah's father. I don't know if he got the stones for it, if I'm being honest.
I'll do what needs to be done. But you need to get my family new identities and ship them far away from here.
Well, hold on. There's a long road between us sitting here bumping gums and Sarah sleeping under new stars.
Then I'm sorry I wasted your time. And mine. I gotta get out of town.
Look, Tom. I got a family too. Wife, 4 boys.
All Irish twins.
Yeah. So you know I understand what you're going through. All the worrying over them, the fear that one of them's gonna go before you do. With this case, it'll be one of the biggest this city has ever seen. It could drag on for years, and I don't know if I can protect you for that long, not the way things are downtown.
Everyone's gotta eat, right? Even dirty cops.
Just being honest here, there's a few bodies I can trust downtown, but not many. And if it comes down to you or me taking a bullet, I'm not gonna make my wife a widow. Keeping you alive ain't exactly the moral course, but I'll try.
That's a pretty good sales job. Trying to make me think you got nothing on the line. But this is your whole career right here. However it works out for me, whether I live or die, you get to crack the Morello case and take down a Don. Salieri will be your legacy.
Don't go thinking you know me, Tom. Salieri belongs behind bars. I'll help you so long as you help me put him there. That's all this is.
Then that has to be enough.
Epilogue. My daughter's getting married, though. Kind of looks gross.
A long time ago.
He did not inherit Sarah's
Another
genes.
life.
Or mine.
Someone
Whose daughter
once
is
told
this?
That family is a man's Achilles heel. His greatest weakness. Maybe he was right. Because everything I've done, both good and bad,
Or Ralph.
I've done for my family.
Still looking great, Sarah.
I've turned my back on people they thought were my friends. I've kept a lot of hard promises. I spent 8 years totally alone.
Had to do time. He's
Trying to
definitely a
find
lot more
myself.
aggressive than they did in the original, where he was just in a
So I
box
could come
writing
home.
calmly.
A better husband. A better father. A better man. Now that I'm a lot older and just a bit wiser, I see that family is our greatest weakness, but it's also our greatest strength. It gets us out of bed in the morning. It lets us chase our dreams, even when they're moving too fast to catch. It keeps us from falling over when we're too tired to take another step.
Oh, hey,
Mr.
Vito.
Angelo.
Vito, we're not playing Mafia 2. You don't need to be here right now.
Yes. Mr. Salieri sends his regards.
Tommy!
That's okay. You're safe now. You're all safe. Remember that money, jobs, even best pals will come and go. But family is forever.
There you have it. We beat Mafia again, but this time with, you know, improved scenes and everything, 'cause it's a definitive edition, which every scene had more feeling and more things played out to it a lot better. You know, things were way better than the original, but for the original, it was still a really good story and was still really good for when it came out. But I do like the slight changes, the slight writing altering for things to be roped in a little bit better. Overall, it was good. I think the only gripes I had really was I suck at the racing part, and the game ran weird for my system, but luckily putting on medium to low didn't have didn't seem to decrease its quality, so it still looked good, and it fixed a lot of my running around, graphic issues for my my system. And the fucking Lupara shotgun sounded like shit to me. I feel like that could have been a little meatier. But it's a very basic cover shooting third-person game, but I think, you know, the Mafia gameplay has always been kind of basic. As long as it's got a good story to it, I'm fine with a simple third-person shooter mechanic. I think some of the animations, a couple bits of scenes, it could have benefited from a little extra oomph, like a little bit more brutality, or just a little bit more oomph in the sense of, some of the hits. It's like the melee and some of the attacks, like when Morello got angry and was beating up Crackers or whatever the hell that guy's name was. It looked brutal when he was on the ground swinging a tire, like a pipe at him or whatever, but it also didn't look like it did anything to him. Some of the motions of punching and hitting people with weapons just didn't look as good as they could have been. But overall, the changing of making the melee and the shooting better than what the original was is already, you know, a big improvement. So, I had fun. I had a lot of fun with it. And we'll probably, down the line, play Mafia 2 and 3. I already did Mafia 2 way, way back when Mafia 3 was originally coming out. We'll do 3, even though 3 is not as good in terms of gameplay. But the story was still interesting. I did like Lincoln's story, and I do want to play it. So I'll probably end up doing that down the line. But we'll do Mafia 2. They all got quote-unquote definitive editions, which people had mixed feelings about because some things looked better, some things ran and looked a little worse. So we'll see which version I play. Because I think I can play Classic 2 or Definitive 2, and 3 I think is already Definitive, so I'm not gonna change too graphically, but we'll play them when the time comes. I don't know when, but we'll do them. Because we'll probably get on to doing other games, continue working on some of the other stuff I have. But we'll get back to it, and maybe I'll re-record Mafia 2, because I think on YouTube that's an older playthrough that I did. And that was like before Mafia 3 came out, which was funny, was I was playing Mafia 2 in excitement for Mafia 3. I didn't own the original, so I didn't play the first one until recently. And Mafia 3 came out, and on my last PC, I for some reason couldn't run it right. I don't know why, like it literally just wouldn't run. I don't know if it was like a RAM issue with that game or something, because I didn't have a lot of RAM, I don't think, on my last computer, so I think I just had RAM issues was my biggest problem for some games. So now that I'm on a better computer, I will hope to be able to play it and run it. If worse comes to worse, I'll just play it on console. I don't really give a shit. Not a big deal for me. This was fun. I really enjoy. Like when it comes to eras of video games, like in the like settings of what the games will do. Westerns are still kind of my number one, depending on how they do it. I really do enjoy westerns, but Mafia stuff like this, like the gangster, like, you know, 30s, 50s, whatever times that they do it in, I really do enjoy. I have a lot of fun with them. There is another gangster style game that's coming out from a different studio and stuff like that or team or somebody, I don't know who's making it, that looks interesting if done right. I think it's like turn-based combat in the sense of like XCOM-esque and things like that, and if it's done well and proper, I think that'd be fun to play. That I may or may not do. I'll wait and see how the reviews of when that game comes out. I think it comes out in December. And if that game turns out to be good, then we may play it, because I definitely would like to do something along that lines of coming back to this kind of era of it. But yeah, with this game, it's kind of the same with Mafia 2 and 3. My only slight gripes really... like the biggest like negative for me is that the world's alive, but it doesn't feel very alive. Like there's not a lot to interact with in the world. Like you like this one's more mission based. You go to one to the next to the next. 2 kind of keeps that similar thing, but like you can do other stuff, I guess, in Mafia 2, but a lot of it I think was cut or isn't in the game anymore. Never was. They never made the final cut, but like it seems like there's an idea there, but like there's really no reason to go and do anything in Mafia 2 other than the story, it feels like. And 3 opened up the world to be a little bit more lively, but again, it was just going to missions to mission to mission, but 3 made it a little more open, but still kind of boring. So that's the only issue. I don't know. It's weird because like I'm not sitting here trying to suck Rockstar's dick, but like with Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption and things like that, I don't know, something about their open world didn't feel as boring, but I don't know. I guess it's because there was more things to do, you know, like you could interact with, I guess, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto has like tennis courts and strip clubs and things like that. Red Dead had like poker and like you can go and get a drink at the bar. Like they go for a more immersive experience. So I guess like when I go into this, you have just kind of a world that you can drive around and it looks great, but there's really nothing you can do within that city or whatever. Like you can't do anything in it. It's just there for extended gameplay length of driving and chase scenes. That's all it's there for. So it feels like it's kind of wasted potential of something, but at the same time kind of makes it so the story and everything has more focus instead of you wasting time doing something pointless like playing poker. Like there's really no point to doing that unless you really wanted to. And I I also just don't like that currency really is not as a non-existent factor. I don't know. I like being like I get more immersed in games when it's like I want my cut or I want my money in these types of games when I actually can earn money because, you know, there's a whole point. But in this one, there's no currency. You can get pulled over and pay for a ticket, but it's like you have unlimited money. There's really no issues. You never spend anything. You don't have a currency, so. But again, it's just a lot of extra stuff that kind of is like, it's not there. You know, it's missing those little extras, but like down to what the game is, it's solid, like what it is. It's, you know, like its core. It's a pretty fun time, though. I still had fun with it. I think I'll just sit at like a solid 7. Like, it's not perfect. There's some things that you know, very minor flaws and stuff like that, but I enjoyed it. I think it just needs a little extra, like I said, oomph in the melee and like brutality sense. Because it is kind of a, you know, shit got brutal and gangster type of stuff. You know, you don't fuck with people, family, and things like that. So I'm not saying like rip someone's intestines out brutality like this is Mortal Kombat. I just mean like that extra oomph between your gunshots, hitting somebody, and things like that. Because when I'm shooting someone and they're just walking through it like they're the Terminator, I feel like I'm just shooting pellets at somebody. It doesn't feel very, like, satisfying, I guess, even though the idea of me saying, like, yeah, me shooting an individual is satisfying. But, you know, for video game standards, it's what I mean. I just think it's missing that little bit. So I'll stick with 7. It was good. I had a lot of fun. Even with the story and knowing everything that was going to happen, I was still very interested because, one, I wanted to see what was going to be written differently. Plus, I wanted to see how each scene played out. They got rid of some of the stuff, which I think back in the time when I had to do, like, the box missions, some of the missions were actually very interesting and felt, you know, cool in the original that they took away and made it more simplified in this one, but I'm terrible at things, so simplify makes it better. On quality for Vice City Stories. The problem is I don't think I've finished either one of those. I still got to go back and continue on with Vice City Stories, and then we'll eventually do Vice City. But like I know the stories are pretty good or interesting. The only problem is I mean, end of the line. I don't know. With some of the stories, like I don't know. I think it's easier for me to follow this one. I guess because like it's just one guy giving a mission, where Vice City Stories and Vice City, you got like 30 different people giving you missions, but you usually can follow along pretty good if you're paying attention. You got like so many people giving you missions. But again, like there's stuff to do in those worlds. There's like Vice City Story has the whole like taking over properties and things like that. Vice City, I don't know. I know that isn't in it, but I know Vice City had some stuff you'll probably do. Unless you could change your outfit, I guess. But again, I don't know. It seems like just Mafia 1 and 2, like the stories are really good. They're really like well thought out. It's just the worlds are a tad bit dull, but for me, I don't mind. But overall, it's still good. I had fun. You didn't even have to pay $60 for this. I think it was like $40. So, I can respect that. Ran out of music. Yeah, like you feel like a large gang leader. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that as much when I go back to Vice City Stories. I might do it for a few places just for money purposes, so I have cash so I can keep refilling on ammo, guns, and shit when I fucking die, and I forget to save, because usually I just reload when I die to my last thing, so I don't have to keep buying it and save money. But also because, like, I don't feel like driving from top right of the map all the way down to bottom left to save a place when it's being attacked. I also really liked, like, that's what I kind of enjoyed, even though the shooting and everything was very, very stiff with it. I enjoyed Godfather because, again, that style of it, the video game, and beating up people. And that one had a currency. I earned money, and there was some really big, like, weapons upgrades and stuff you could buy. So it's like, when I got to take over those businesses and earn that large amount of cash, it's like, that shit's cool to me. That's why I like games that let you do that. You feel like you're really doing something to earn money. So that's why I feel like, I guess with this game, it just feels lacking that there's no currency. It's lacking that, so I feel like I don't really feel as immersed as like a gangster or like working at a mob with a mob boss or anything. Like I don't feel like I'm doing much. Just a guy with a gun, just following my story, which is fine. It just feels like I would like that extra little bit. But that's Mafia. Until the next one.